So what did you study at university?
I entered university after waiting for 15 years.
Whoa.
I actually took the O-level.
Meet the CEO and founder of Fashion One, Mohamed Barrie. He entered the fashion industry, as a kid many years ago, following his passion for beautiful clothes. He started with nothing. But today, we're celebrating a man who has moved from obscurity to influence, a man who got awarded by a Mano River Union organization as one of the most successful entrepreneurs because of the impact he's been making on the fashion industry in Sierra Leone. Mohamed Barrie, CEO and founder of Fashion One.
Welcome, Mr. Mohamed Barrie. How are you doing?
I'm doing very well, thank you.
So, Mr. Barrie, tell me about yourself. At age 11, what was life like for you?
For me, at age 11 was my first year in secondary school.
Okay.
Yes, which is the government secondary technical school.
All right.
I did the Form 1 there, and when I ended my Form 1, during the long holidays, that was the first time for me to go into what I do now, which is tailoring.
Oh, interesting. You started tailoring at age 11?
Yes.
Wow, that's massive. So, I want to know a little more about you. Like, did you grow up in a polygamous family or just nuclear or extended family?
So I grew up in a nuclear family.
Okay.
I was living with my mom and dad, and I have 2 younger brothers.
All right.
So during that time, my mom doesn't have a girl child. So I was the one helping with the little domestic works.
Okay, that's interesting. I can imagine. Yeah.
Around that time, me and my mom, we had an issue. I was supposed to help her with washing dishes in the morning, and I wanted to be a football player as well. I left her own work to go and do trainings for football. Unfortunately, she was very angry with me when she returned back because I didn't do the work that she left me with. So she decided to drive me from the house.
Wow.
Yeah. When she drove me from the house, I went to my auntie. That auntie's husband was a tailor.
Okay.
And they have a kid that was almost my age. So around that time, whilst I was with my aunt, she said I was just turning around up and down in the house. She said, if you want to play, you better go find your cousin in the tailor shop. When I went to the tailor shop, I fell in love with the place. That's how I entered.
Oh, wow. That's an emotional story. So, now you're an entrepreneur. So, did you have anyone in your family, aside from your uncle, whom you admired so much as an entrepreneur?
Not really, but traditionally from my ethnic group, we have buy and sellers, but not real entrepreneurs.
Okay.
Yeah. We do buying and selling, but I don't measure it as entrepreneurs. My mommy was selling on the side of the street. She was selling like these fruits, roast meat, roast chicken. That was what she was doing. And my dad was like a taxi driver.
Okay. So did you have like a very good relationship with your parents, even when you were not staying with them anymore?
Yes, I had a very good relationship with them. My dad was like he was like the kind of dad that always shows love. So he was not that kind of person that acts strongly on kids. And my mom was the opposite. My mom doesn't joke. She's like disciplined.
A woman of principle.
Exactly, principles. So that's why she doesn't compromise. When she asks you to do something, you don't do it. Yeah, you have to pay the price.
All right. So what did you study at university?
I entered university after waiting for 15 years.
Whoa.
Because I actually took the O-levels during the war.
Okay.
So I have to run away to Guinea, spend 6 months there, and later I went to Abidjan, did 5 years. When I returned back to Sierra Leone, I have to continue with the tailoring because by then I was all busy with tailoring. So I took some time until one day somebody advised me. She said that if you go to university, maybe that will endorse what you're doing because you're sewing very well. So that's when I started thinking about university, and one day I decided. When I went to the University of Sierra Leone, I studied financial services.
So why did you study financial services and not entrepreneurship?
Okay, so by then I didn't know much about what is called entrepreneurship.
Okay.
So I went in for financial services because I was having doubts with the skill that I have. As a tailor, I was wondering, can tailoring give me the lifestyle that I want? Because I want a decent lifestyle,
Sure.
you know, have my own luxurious things, take good care of my family. So the doubt that I was having, I thought that if I go and do financial services, maybe I'll have a good job in a bank somewhere where I'll be able to have a lifestyle that is luxurious.
Understandable. All right, let's move to starting from zero, right? So how did you get your first client?
So basically, I was so good in this tailoring that when I came back to Sierra Leone, I had a little bit of a difficult time, like attracting clients.
Okay.
But I had some guys that we were training together. When I left and when I came back, I joined with them. So one of them was sick, and he had an order for somebody he can deliver, but then he was not well, and they have already given him some deposits. So what he said was, Mohamed, instead of sitting idle all day in the shop, I know you can do this thing very well, so maybe you can do the job and collect the balance payments. So I said, okay, no problem. I decided to do it, and then it came out nicely. And the client collected, they gave me the balance money. And when the client went to our office, she was a banker. People started asking her, where did you get this from? Where did you get this from? So that feedback brought one client after another until what you're seeing now today.
Okay. So I'm still curious because starting from zero, wow. So what resources did you use? Because normally when people are starting a business, they need maybe a startup capital and all of that. So what did you use?
My main resource by that time was my sewing skills.
Okay.
Like I didn't have a machine, but I have the skill.
Oh.
So what I was doing is I was sewing for money. Like I rendered the service. They bought their material. You know, they brought it to me. I took their measurements. I sewed. They pay me. So I started saving 1 cent after another, 1 cent after another, until I started thinking of buying my own machine.
Oh.
After some point, I got 1 or 2 machines. That's how I started from zero.
All right. In life generally, like some days you feel like disappointed or you feel somehow you're just not happy with yourself because we all know that life is like a book, a chapter. Some chapters is good news and all of that. So obviously in business, you might have experienced some struggle. So was there any point in time you felt like, I want to give up?
I cannot say I thought about like giving up per se, but like what I was saying to you, when I was scared a little bit of the skill, I was saying that maybe looking at other tailors, maybe I can't have a decent life with this tailoring.
Okay.
So my plan was to go to university to better equip myself, maybe then transition from a tailor to becoming a successful banker. Okay. So that I can say maybe it was thinking about quitting it, but it's just like I was afraid to not live a lifestyle that is not good.
Okay, so after the university, did you get what you wanted, like have a dream job or something like that?
Not really, but university opened a lot of doors for me.
Okay.
Because whilst I was in the university, now during my second year, I studied a module called entrepreneurship.
Okay.
And that was a game changer for me. You know, then I started studying people like Toyota, Colgate. So I started seeing, oh, so these are people, this is how they did it from one step to another. Then I started seeing myself in the picture. I said, I have a skill. What I need to do now is just to organize myself in a way that I can make business out of it. So that's when I decided to register my business.
Oh.
In that second year. So what I learned from school and the people that I met inspired me. And then I started taking it one step at a time, which is what you're seeing now today.
All right. So, obviously you said it yourself. You were going to university and you also had to manage your own business. So, how did that work for you?
It was very challenging. So I have to do a lot of work. So what happened was I scheduled myself.
Okay.
So I was working like from morning to 5 p.m. in the tailoring side. A class starts at IPAM 5:30, so I use the 30 minutes to run to go to class. It ends at 9 p.m.
Oh.
So I did that for the first year. Like, it was a good experience because what happened was I had some money as savings, so I was able to squeeze because I was supporting myself at the university as well. So I was able to squeeze in. But when exam came in, I cannot work and study at the same time. So I gave up some time on the tailoring, which was very challenging for me. By then, I cannot have enough money to support myself studying, and then my pocket was empty. It was very challenging. But I squeezed myself because I have a bigger vision inside of me.
You sacrificed.
I was seeing that this was a way for me to be successful. So I took the pain.
So do you have any major mistake that is now a valuable lesson for you?
I don't know if I should call it a mistake or not, but what happened was taking the O-levels at age 16, waiting for 15 years
Oh, that's a long time.
before I go to university.
Wow.
I think that was something that I can look back to. If I had a way to change it, I wish I could, but it's the will of God. So I always think of it that if I had someone like a mentor or a guide, I shouldn't have waited all that time, because my main reason for waiting was I don't have money to go to university. And when I entered university, I realized that you don't really need the money if you're that inspired. You can attract the money. So that's what I would say is something. If there is an opportunity, maybe I would not like to wait for 15 years before I take it.
There's no perfect time, definitely.
Yeah.
So let's move on to the growth. So what resources did you use to move from $0 to thousands?
So using my skills as a tailor now, I started meeting people. I have clients. One client recommends me to the other. At some point, I met a lady, a German lady. She was my client, but she connected me to an NGO called Corded.
Okay.
So that NGO, what they do for me was you pay a portion and they sponsor to help you develop a business plan. So with the education that I got at the university, plus their support, they took me through a training. They helped me. I had a business plan, a professional business plan. So that plan is what I was using now to move myself up. So what happened is, as God can do it always, after university, I saw an advert for the Tony Alumelu Entrepreneurship Support Program on CNN.
Oh.
So I took a chance.
Okay.
And then fortunately for me, they granted me.
Okay.
Yes, what they do is they support entrepreneurs in Africa based on your idea and scalability. So they gave me $5,000 grant.
Oh, wow. Congratulations.
Yes. So with the $5,000 plus the small savings that I had, I have to kickstart my business. I started investing in equipment and materials.
Okay. So that was the turning point for you?
Yeah, that was the biggest turning point.
All right. So a lot of time people say that posting really is not marketing. So did social media help you, or probably it was just by word of mouth or some referrals?
I think my main source of strength of my business is word of mouth. But I can also say that social media is only helping me now because I'm not that kind of active too much in social media. But I know the potential of social media. So word of mouth recommendations has given me from one client to the other. Until now I'm expecting a call every day.
Wow.
From a new person. But social media has also helped.
Okay.
But the main strength is the word of mouth.
Word of mouth.
Yeah.
All right. Let's move on to the mindset. Everywhere I go, I keep on telling people that, our brains are wired to just survive, but you have to train your brain or your mindset to succeed. So do you have any daily routine that helps you to stay consistent in your work?
Yes,
Okay.
I have a routine, but before I reach to that routine, there was a mindset to be successful. I don't settle for mediocrity. So anything I do, I go in full. I put in all the effort. And then after university, what happened? I had a mindset coach.
Okay.
So they were helping me. I approached them after looking at the social media posts. I approached them. I said, they said, okay, what do you want? So they started asking me questions like, what do you really want out of your life?
Okay.
So I took some time to start thinking about what I really want out of life. So, and then they taught me to like using affirmations, keeping yourself on a positive mindset all the time.
It helps.
Don't focus on the environment, focus on the outcome.
Yes.
That's what I do every day. I have affirmations that I read to myself. I always try to motivate myself.
So do you have any quotes of the day?
Success comes not by wishes, but by hard work, bravely done.
And getting all this story, wow, this is inspiring. So do you have any advice for anyone starting from zero?
Yes, my advice is what you should do is basically fall in love with what you want to do and give your all. Don't go like half in, half out. If you really like what you're doing, give your all. You will succeed definitely.
All right.
So thank you so much. It's a pleasure to be here.
Yes, it is a pleasure. And it's a wonderful time having you here with us in our very show. Thank you so much for watching this. A word of advice, give your all to whatever you're doing. And don't forget, implement that single thought. There's no perfect time, just start. Thank you so much. It's been a great time. Till our next episode.